All right, T-Subs and Squad, what's going on? So, girl, I just got finished watching Camp Getaway from last night. This is season 1. It is episode 7. This was the episode Till Camp Do Us Part. Next week is the season finale, and I can't even lie to you. I'm glad. And I'm glad because this episode really pissed me off because with the amount of WP that's been going on in this for the entire about 2-3 episodes, the amount of WP that we have been seeing bothers me. It bothers me. And with the racial climate that we are in right now and all of the tensions that we have going on, the rioting, the picketing, the looting, not to mention Miss Rona, it's really sad to see that we also have to kind of deal with deal with that down to these goddamn reality shows, baby. And I'm going to try to get through this without getting upset. And I'm going to tell you now, if you get upset, I don't give a hot flying damn. Because when it's in our face, we have no choice but to call it for what it is. We're going to get down to that in a minute. So, the episode starts off with Glenn having a whole damn temper tantrum simply because David pulled his drunk ass up out of the party the night before. Later that next day, David wants to have that talk with Glenn and the guest leave. First of all, I'm glad them bitches is gone. They was not there to be communal. They was not there to do none of the activities. They was only there long enough to give free booze, a place to stay for the weekend, and to say, look, ma, I'm going to be on Bravo 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central. Like, that's the only reason why them hoes was there. I'm so glad they gone, and don't ever invite none of them dusty, bummy, raggedy ass hoes back to Camp Getaway again, wasting not only y'all time but our time as a viewer. Glenn said that he was going through a lot right now because of the sudden passing of his dad. Neely goes to talk to David about Glenn and what he's going through, but David makes it very clear that what he did and the stunts and shows that he pulled was not acceptable. Put a pin on that. This weekend they are having a Camp Getaway wedding. And instead of them doing their usual roles as social coordinators, they're going to be working the actual wedding. Glenn and David have a talk about what happened. David tells him what he did was unacceptable and he had every intention on firing him because Neely spoke up for him. He's given him a second chance under these conditions. He's not allowed to drink no more while he's on camp at all, and he's not having him interact with any more of the guests right now, so he's gonna have him with his full-time crew. This is where the WP comes in, because I'm sorry. I honestly felt like if this was Monica or if this was Gavin, they asses would have been out the door. They would have been. Like David. And listen, I love Glenn. I do. I think Glenn is a lot of fun. I think he has a nice personality. I love the fact that he does not mind say aloud, I'm gay and I'm proud. And he's going to strut his stuff and his glitter all up and through your faces. And he don't give a flying hot damn who it offends or who nerves it gets on. With all of that being said, his happy ass should have been fired. Point blank, period. Because let's just be honest. If this is a reality TV show, the purpose of reality TV is to go on with your daily lives as if the cameras is not watching, right? So, with this being a work setting, and had this been anybody else, under no circumstances, whether daddy down to Big Mammy that went to glory, their asses would have been fired. So what's the excuse? David, I'm talking to you. What's the excuse? What's the excuse? I like Glenn, but it don't matter how much I like Glenn. At the end of the day, business is business. And he could have created a space to where people could have went on the Yelp reviews and said, no, do not go there because This man allows his staff to have too much fun. The gay boy was running all around town, spitting glitter in everybody else's mouth because he was too inebriated to give them a glitter bomb all over their face, knocking drinks all out of the guests' hands. This, that, and this. Whole token that came out. He running around in nothing but his goddamn draws. Like, it's still a business. Forget the reality TV. It is still a business. He should have been fired. Period. Point blank. And I love you, Glenn. It ain't no shade. Anyway. Monica feels like Glenn got off easy. She's seen some people get fired on the spot. And Monica, I believe every single solitary word of it, Monica. I believe it. I can look at David and tell that he is a no-nonsense type of guy. Just like when Adam pulled that stunt he pulled. He should have been fired. Just like when fuck-ass Now pulled that stunt he pulled. He actually could have put somebody's life in danger. He should have been fired. John and Emmy, and I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't like cussing, I suggest y'all go on ahead and log off. I'm not even going to put monetization on this because when I get to Now and his reading on the 3rd grade level ass, it's going to get real. John and Emily arrived to their, blah. Girl, I'm so worked up I can't even look straight. John and Emily arrive and they are the bride and groom. They bought out the entire camp so that them and their guests will be the only ones there this weekend. Child, most of his money must have went to that because Miss Girl only do social work. So most of the monies had to come from him and his family. And I ain't even mad at it, Emily. Yes, God. You better marry your pocketbook and hold on to the purse strings as long as you can. You married for stability and not love. You can learn to love the nigga later. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to squeeze you for whatever I can squeeze you in for. Adam still feels a way about seeing Sophia flirt with Gavin, but they talked on the phone about it and they're getting back on track. We're going to get down to that later. Niall and Monica are serving the guests because that was their job. And Niall says that he sees Monica doing a lot of talking, but not serving at all. Bitch, mind your business. Because at this point now, you're just a straight up nuisance. You're a straight up nuisance. And you're so willing to be a part of the WP that your fuck ass can't even think straight. First of all, she is higher ranking than you are. So as far as I'm concerned, she holds seniority and she could do whatever the flying fuck she want. You the one that's still a white shirt, a damn crabs in a bucket. Like, what spectrum of the Down syndrome is you on? I want you to come down in the comments and explain yourself to me now, because at this point, I really want to punch you in your face. I'm just going to be honest. I really want to stump a mud hole in your ass. Because you only feel like you're doing this and you're only getting away with it because Monica is a black woman. But I guarantee you, you would never do it to Glenn. I already know you would never do it to Glenn. And Glenn, Gavin, if he do it to you, you still can't hit him because you know you go to jail for touching the LD and the special needs. So, child, you can always go my route and find somebody to do it for you. And I know people that can handle it. And no, they don't live in New York, so they'll get away with it. Anyway. Adam tells Gavin, Glenn, Monica, and Neely how he really feels about Sophia and how he wants to take things to the next level, dear Lord God, today. And he wants some advice. Monica and Neely get into a pseudo argument about it, and Monica wants to have another conversation with Neely. Monica, and Neely, I lay you down, but I'm going to give you a little bit. Monica, stop trying with Neely. Stop trying with Neely. Whatever soap that Now used to wash his last nuts with, Neely must be using it now, because I honestly felt like there was no problem until now made it a problem with you, and then he rubbed his fuck assness off on Neely. And Neely, I'm shocked and surprised at you, baby, because at the end of the day, you don't never allow nobody else's feelings about somebody else to rub off on you. At the end of the day, what you and Monica are going through ain't nothing for y'all to be sitting up here having these pseudo arguments with each other. At this point, it's draining to watch. It is. I honestly feel like the both of y'all want to be right by any means necessary, and want to have the last word. And listen, I honestly feel like it does just take a simple sit down, a simple conversation, just the two of y'all, nobody else around. Girl, it don't even have to be done on camera. Don't both of y'all live in Boston or shit, Boston and New York? It's a little bit of drive, but y'all can meet somewhere close to the camp and go down to one of these backwoods ass diners and get you a nasty piece of chicken fried steak and a coffee and sit down and talk about it. All it takes is a little bit of conversation, a little bit of understanding. Escape. They said it best. But Neely, what you doing, I'm just not here for. I'm not. I feel like the only reason why you're choosing to keep up a problem is because, like I said before, whatever act sprayed that now is spraying on him, he must have sprayed on you too, daughter. And I'm not here for that. I still love you, but I'm not here for it. Have a mind of your own. Glenn chooses Sophia to help with the breakfast duties, and shout out to Sophia for going to help him. Adam takes Sophia away from the group for a while. He has a bottle of champagne, some cupcakes, and lit some candles. And they both decide that they are now dating. Gavin and Gary come over to take Sophia to go and decorate the bride and groom cabin. And Adam feels a type of way about it again. We're going to get to that down in a minute. Monica wants to have a conversation with Neely, and Neely says, not right now, they could talk later. The thing that pissed me off the most was when they're in the middle of talking, the here come fuck ass now throwing in his 2 cents in it. Now he wants to leave. He done got himself all, just working himself up. Trying to, like it's double dutch. And he waiting for his chance to jump in and sprinkle on his fuck shit. Now, this is what I want you to do. First of all, I don't want to see your ass back on Camp Getaway again. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to need for you to go down to a AA NCP or go to the museum for African American culture, or better yet, carry your ass down to Howard University and go tour the campus. Like, you need to be around some real strong black people to understand that this shit that you doing, and it's people like you that is the issues that we have going on today. Because I still feel like you in this WP nonsense that you got going on is some bullshit. And it bleeds all over the TV. And it's a fungus. And it's a cancer. Because when one person has it, and then we already see it starting to fester onto Neely. You are a fungus. And they need to, I must delete your ass. Girl, first, bitch. Oh my God. And Adam and Gavin, I really must say, I'm shocked at the both of y'all. I don't know where y'all be at when he be sitting around amongst these women starting shit. But I'm gonna need one of both of y'all men to come up in there and tell him, what the hell is you doing? This is between the women. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Bring your old fuck ass on up out of here. Because ain't nobody on your side with this bullshit that you're trying to create now. Nobody. The hell Monica looked like she got all these degrees. What the hell she looked like going back and forth with a motherfucker that obviously dropped out of second grade and looked like it too. bitch. Anyway, Sophia and Adam are chilling with Gavin and Randall. And yet again, he has a whole nother issue asking Sophia, is he a yo-yo to her? And Sophia says that his insecurities and jealousy is a real turnoff. And that was the end of the episode. But see, Sophia, we tried to warn you, daughter. We tried to warn you. First of all, the first piece of bull crap was when he said he's had camp romances before. That right there was a dead giveaway that you look foolish for sitting up here trying to put a lifetime expectations on somebody who's just there just to have fun. You his summer love. I can't wait to fall in love with you. You can't wait to fall in love with me. This just can't be summer love. Bitch, yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. It ain't nothing but a little summer thing that he has going on, and he just so happy. But see, I could tell you the type of women that he chooses to do that with. The gullible and the naive. The gullible and the naive. And Adam, it ain't never no fun when the rabbit got the gun. See, it was all well and good when you was sitting up here playing on this woman's emotions. And because see, it wasn't fun. No, it was fun when she was sitting up there crying because you was just in the bed cuddling up with her, but then she had to see you down to the party chilling with Randall with your hands all up on her booty, two-stepping in her coochie. And now that the shoe was on the other foot, now you see how, and oh well. You mad because she called him bae and boo? You know how many bitches I do that to and they have men? Yeah, hey boo, what's going on? Hey babe, how you doing? Like, what is your issue? What is your issue? What is your issue? I'm gone. Bye.
I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up. And I got my plane ticket. That push that be my starter kit.